Well, another garbage night to be at the ballpark, huh? So the Mets lose 3-2 in game 114 of the regular season. You know, I'm out of words, truthfully. Truthfully, I'm just out of words at this point to talk about this. What do you want me to say anymore? Genuinely, what do you want me to say? Because I've been a dog chasing its own tail all season long talking about this garbage. What needs to be said? The offense, once again, does not show up. Who would have thought against Logan Allen? Hey, remember when we talked about how Cedric Mullins has good reverse splits? He wasn't in the damn lineup tonight. And I know that Tyrone Taylor got an RBI hit. But one of the things that I liked about getting Mullins is he's got good reverse splits, and the manager has no clue about it. Just piss poor at bat after piss poor at bat. There's nothing more that needs to be said. Juan Soto taking fastballs in the middle of the zone. Brandon Nimmo taking fastballs in the middle of the zone. McNeil not able to catch up to it. And I don't think I'm breaking news to anyone. Logan Allen does not have that overpowering of a fastball. But the genius hitting coach, I'm sure, will continue to talk about how it's a problem, but nothing gets addressed. And you know what? I wish, in retrospect, that they lost those 3 games in June where they had the losing streak start against the Rays and then they got swept by the Braves. I wish, in retrospect, I freaking wish that they lost that other game in Philly that they ended up winning. And I wish they lost those 2 games against Atlanta that they did. Because just maybe, what would that have been? Just quickly counting it here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Maybe a 16-game losing streak. Sorry, 17 because they would have lost the Brewers. Maybe that would have got them to wake the hell up and make a change. But instead, nope. It's all good. The record. There's still 12 games above 500. It's okay. They're on pace to win as many games as they did last year after adding Juan Soto. Do you know how sad that is? This team has played just as many. They've had just as bad of a garbage stretch as they had a good stretch at the start of the season. Just erasing every single thing from the start that they did good. Erasing all of that progress. Yesterday, they were 13 games above 500. The day before, 14. The day before that, 15. How much more does the number have to keep going down before something happens? Just pathetic. And I can't believe there was actually human beings online that were trying to blame this. on Tyler Rogers not having a good inning. What? Oh, David Stearns didn't have a good day. What? Maybe if Tyler Rogers was swinging the stick too, I could get behind that. You can't expect this bullpen to be perfect every single night. They kept you in the game. This pitching staff. Mendoza did the right thing tonight. Clay Holmes gave you 5 really good innings. They pulled him. I was thrilled with that decision. Get aggressive with the bullpen. And they did. And it kept them in the game. And once Rogers had that bad inning, I didn't need to see more. You know, that's the sad part. Is I don't blame Rogers because he's not going to come here and be perfect. But I will say the one thing I didn't like from Mendoza in that situation is how do you not have Brooks Raley on the go for Stephen Kwan's at bat? That's one thing I didn't like that Mendoza did tonight. But again, I'm not going to sit here and blame Mendoza for that entirely because they were still held to 1 run despite that inning being poor from Rogers. Hit. And I knew. I knew in that moment they're not winning this game. It's just too obvious. And then once Cade Smith's trotting out of the pen to face Mark Vientos, Jeff McNeil, Francisco Alvarez, go home. And a lot of people in the building just, they were out. Unfortunately, I'm a sucker and stayed. But, I mean, once that Alvarez ball was hit right off the bat, I got up and was out. They scored in the first 2 innings without recording a hit, by the way, in that first inning. And the second inning, you had 1 out when you went up 2-0. Tyrone Taylor's coming through, and it flips to the top of the order. But Francisco Lindor, double play. I don't want to hear anything about a captaincy. I don't anymore. I don't want to hear anything about a captaincy when this team's playing like they're fucking complacent every night. No urgency, no accountability, nothing. Instead, the hitting coach arguing with fans and DMs. That's what we get instead. Right? It's the fans. It's the fans' fault. We're expecting too much from a team that's making what, the second most in Major League Baseball behind the Dodgers. It's our fault. Right? And like I said, if this team can't handle the expectations, you have to seriously reevaluate what you got this offseason. And I'm so serious when I say that. Because if they can't handle this, you don't have the right group of guys. It's simple. It's flat out that simple. They can't handle a division race, and they're getting complacent being above 500. Is it going to take them having their backs against the walls to actually get their heads out of their ass? Highly doubt it at this rate. You have to seriously reassess what's going on with this team in the offseason. And this goes way beyond this stretch of baseball here. They weren't hitting in March. They weren't hitting in April. They weren't hitting in May. And then certainly from June on, they have not been hitting. And what do you know? The pitching hasn't been the same. And oh, now it's more glaring. Hmm. Hmm. Who would have thought that was going to happen? We talked about at times on this show, and we got shit for it, but we talked about on the show at nauseum that the quality of wins matters just as much as the quantity. Matters more, I would argue, than the quantity. And we were saying then something smelled funny. And look at where we are. And again, unless there's some magic switch that could get flipped within the next month and a half, something has to give. And like I said, you have to reassess what you have this offseason beyond the hitting coach, which he plays a huge role in this. I don't want that mistaken, but you have serious things. You have serious questions that you got to ask about this team with the core guys, that is. Just spineless fucking cowards. Yeah, you have Brandon Nimmo saying to the media that he has confidence in the lineup because of the talent in it. Talent does not mean shit. Talent doesn't mean shit. This is sorry. This is the point. I'm so fed up with this. But you know what? They get to go to the ballpark and do it all over again tomorrow. It's the great thing about our game. I want to vomit. Genuinely want to vomit. I cannot believe Nemo seriously went to the camera and said that. He needs to sit. He needs to sit. He's saying that the talent in this lineup is too good. Or he's saying that He believes in the lineup because of the talent. The talent. Show the talent then. Show the fucking talent. Talent my ass. The Yankees being as bad as they are is literally the only reason this isn't talked about more. Whoever's defending Chavez is seriously on some hardcore drugs. Respectfully. 2022 all over again is damn right. It really is. And it's a shame. It's a shame because I thought last year we were beyond it. Nope. No, there's no accountability. Everyone's best friends, thankfully. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Um, find a way to win tomorrow. I guess that's all I could say.